Good evening.
Hello, you. Good evening, you. So how are you today, Lee?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, so, and did you have something new today?
Yes, today I go to the market and buy some phúc long, like milk tea.
Oh, buy some food, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you go to school today?
No, I have an online lesson.
And you just have online lesson, right? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I know that. So how's the weather in your country today, Lee? How's the weather like?
It's very cold, but sunny.
Yeah, I think that's the same with my countries. It's sunny, but it's also cold, right? Okay, so
Yes.
let's see. As a lesson today, we are continue move to the Unit 34. Oliver got to hospitals. So now let's start with the lesson. At the first, I would like you to look at this picture here. There's something you can see. And you have to write some word to complete the sentence about the story. And you can use 1, 2, 3, or 4 words. But first of all, look at this picture and tell me, who can you see? A boy or girls, something you can see here.
I see a boy.
You see a boy, right? Okay, nice one. You can see a boy here. Maybe he has some hurt with his leg. Nice. Where is he? Do you know?
On his bed or in a hospital.
You'll be right. In hospitals. Okay, next one. What is he doing?
I think doing he is doing his homework. Yes.
He's doing homework. Especially he doing the math homework, right? This one. You can see the number here. And tell me why he is in hospital here. Why is
I think he's break his leg, so he needs to go to hospital.
Yeah, he's broken his leg. Okay, that's good. So that's the reason he have to go to the hospital. Okay, so now let's read some information about the Christmas. You know Christmas? That's about a Christian holiday that celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. And you know Christmas, right? Christmas often celebrate on 24, 25 of
Yes.
December. Yeah, okay. So now I would like you to read some information here about Christmas. And after that, complete the missing letters, the missing word in a line. So first of all, can you read louder some information here, please?
Okay.
Yes.
Last December, I didn't stop snowing. It didn't stop snowing. One day, Oliver and his friend went sledding on a high hill. When Oliver's leg hit some stones, he fell and hurt his eyeball and broke his leg. His friends were very worried. Then quickly ran Oliver's parents. His father came to help and an ambulance took Oliver to the hospital. Oliver had to stay in hospital for a few days. The nurses were friendly and kind, so at first Oliver didn't mind. He didn't have to go to school or do any homework like his classmates. He just lay in the bed in his pajamas and listened to pop music, played chess on his phone, and watched his favorite football team scoring lots of goals on TV. But after 2 days, Oliver began to feel boring, quite bored, and a little unhappy. But on the third morning, Peter Windows, one of the players in the football teams, uh, arrived. He bought Oliver a present, a pair of really cool football boots. Oliver's best friend came too. You can borrow my laptop while you're here, he said. That afternoon, Oliver had another surprise. His teacher appeared. He bought something for Oliver as well, but it was some math homework. I'm sorry about your poor leg, Oliver, he said, but make sure you do this before we came back to school in January.
Okay, thank you. So that's some information about. I would like you to read and complete later. So do you have a phone here?
What?
You have a phone here? I would like you to take a photo. Use iPad.
Okay.
So I would like you to take a photo of some information here, and after that, I will show you some sentence. You have to complete that. Yes. Filling with the missing words in the blank.
Okay.
Okay, then right. So now, with some information from 1 to 7 here, and look at the examples, a lot of snow fell last December. The missing word is December, you put here. Oliver hurt his elbow a lot when he was sledging on a high hill with his friend. So let's do the same with that. We have a 7 sentence here. You have to read this information again and filling this missing words in a line from 1 to 7. Maybe you can fill the 1, 2, 3, or 4 word on next line. You understand me?
Okay.
Okay, so let's start for you to read and do it. Just give you 4 minutes, 3, 4 minutes to do it. Let's start. Okay, so do you have an answer, Lee?
Yes.
All right. So can you read and give me the answer number 1, please? What's your answer?
Oliver traveled to hospital in a few days.
Okay, so in the ambulance, the correct answer is ambulance. So can you read the information in the first paragraph and the answer here,
Oh,
right? Can you see again in the first paragraph? His friends were very worried and quickly rang Oliver's parents. His father came to help and an ambulance took Oliver to a hospital. So Oliver moved to hospital by ambulance. All right. Sure? Are you clear with that answer? The last sentence in the first paragraph. Okay. So what about the answer in number 2? Give me the answer, please.
Oliver liked the nurse because they are friendly.
Because they were friendly. Okay, good. What about number 3? What's your answer?
Oliver had his phone in hospital, so he could play chess on it.
He could play chess on it. That's correct answers. Okay, next move to number 4.
Oliver has found and felt unhappy after 2 days.
And feel a little unhappy after Tuesdays. Yes, that's good. Okay, next, number 5.
Number 5, then a football player came and gave Oliver some present.
Give some parents or gifts. And especially that gift parent is about football boots. Okay. You can see the answers in the third paragraph. And you'll find he brought Oliver a present, a pair of really cool football boots. Yeah. Okay, are you sure with the answer here? Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now next, number 6. What's your answer, number 6? Can you find the information carefully?
I think this is
You can find some information has a laptop as well. Okay, so let me have you the answer in number 6. It also in paragraph 3, and you can find the last sentence. Hello? Can you say something?
cô nghe con không ạ?
Cô rồi, cô nghe thấy rồi. Nãy cô không nghe thấy. Rồi cô nghe thấy rồi. So what's your answer number 6?
Đáp án là Peter.
Peter's name is best friend. His best friend named Peter is also correct. Okay, and the last, what's your answer? On the same day, Oliver's teacher gave him something to do as well. What's your answer?
Some math homework.
It's about some math homework. Yes, that's good. So that's some information I would like you to complete in the first activity here. And now, let's look at the screen here. I would like to give you some grammars. How to use adverbs in English. Chúng ta sẽ có một số cái cách sử dụng các trạng từ trong tiếng Anh. Vậy lưu ý giúp câu này sẽ có 4 cái cách cơ bản nhất mà chúng ta sẽ lưu ý này. Thứ nhất này, adverbs are words that modify verbs. Chúng ta sẽ sử dụng trạng từ để làm gì nhỉ? Cái modify đây là nhấn mạnh thêm cho cái động từ chính trong câu. Vậy thì nhìn vào cái ví dụ này, tôi xin lỗi, giảm bớt, làm dịu đi cái động từ trong câu. Ví dụ này, stop it, you are eating quickly. Được chưa? Dừng lại đi, you are eating quickly. Bạn ăn nhanh lên một chút. Vậy thì chúng ta có trạng từ quickly này, lúc này nó sẽ làm gì nhỉ? Bổ sung thêm cái ý nghĩa cho cái động từ chính trong câu, đó là eating này, và giảm nhẹ đi cái việc eating đấy. Eating. Đó, ăn nhanh lên. Eating quickly. Hoặc lại ví dụ khác này, they are talking loudly when they know they are disturbing others. Chúng ta có động từ disturb. Đó là gì nhỉ? Mất yên tĩnh, náo loạn này, náo loạn. Vậy thì cái loudly này, to này là bổ sung ý nghĩa cho cái động từ chính trong câu là gì đây? Talking, làm giảm đi cái việc talking, động từ chính ở đây. Có nghĩa là cái trạng từ này làm sao nó sẽ đi kèm với cái động từ trong câu đấy. Để nhấn mạnh hoặc là giảm bớt đi cái sự gì đó cho cái động từ đấy trong câu. Đó là cách đầu tiên chúng ta sử dụng này. Cách thứ hai này, adverbs are words that modify other adverbs. Trạng từ, sử dụng cái trạng từ này để làm giảm nhẹ cái trạng từ khác, có nghĩa là cái trạng từ này bổ sung cho cái trạng từ kia, hai trạng từ trong câu. Ví dụ này, they are talking very loudly. Thì lúc này cái very cũng là trạng từ và cái loudly cũng là trạng từ. Vậy là hai cái bổ sung cho nhau. Đó, hai cái trạng từ này bổ sung ý nghĩa cho nhau, tương tác với nhau, để nhấn mạnh cho nhau. Hoặc là gì? Stop it, you are eating extremely quickly. Lúc này thì không có cái extremely này và cái quickly này, nó sẽ bổ sung thêm ý nghĩa cho nhau. Đó là cái trạng từ đối với trạng từ. Vừa nãy là chúng ta có trạng từ bổ sung ý nghĩa cho động từ. Thứ hai là trạng từ bổ sung ý nghĩa cho động từ trong câu. Cái thứ ba, adverb are words that modify adjective. Trạng từ sẽ bổ sung ý nghĩa cho cái tính từ. Đó, làm giảm, bổ sung ý nghĩa cho tính từ. Trong câu chúng ta có tính từ đâu nhỉ? My teacher seemed very nice. Vậy thì tính từ nice của chúng ta đây và cái very này làm sao để nhấn mạnh thêm cái tính từ trong câu này. Đó, bổ sung thêm cái mức độ cho cái tính từ trong câu đó. Teacher seems very nice. Giáo viên nói chung khá là tốt. This notebook is extremely fast. Đấy là cái trạng từ extremely very này, bổ sung ý nghĩa, nhấn mạnh ý nghĩa cho cái tính từ nice và fast. Và cuối cùng này, adverb are words that's given information about time or place. Trạng từ sẽ đưa ra các thông tin về thời gian và địa điểm. Ví dụ, we've been this city since yesterday. Chúng ta có cái yesterday chính là cái trạng từ này, chỉ thời gian này. Rồi là, do you believe my father now? Bạn có biết bố tôi đang ở đâu không? Vậy thì cái now này cũng là trạng từ trong câu. Vậy thì nhìn lại giúp cô, chúng ta sẽ có 4 cách sử dụng đối với cái trạng từ trong câu. Thứ nhất là bổ sung ý nghĩa cho động từ. Thứ hai là bổ sung ý nghĩa cho trạng từ. Thứ ba bổ sung ý nghĩa cho tính từ. Và thứ tư là đưa ra các thông tin chỉ thời gian và địa điểm. Lưu ý giúp cô 4 cái phần này. Cách sử dụng đối với các động từ này.
Cô ơi, cái câu 2 là gì ạ?
Cái câu 2 này hả? Là bổ sung ý nghĩa cho cái trạng từ này. trạng từ và trạng từ, ví dụ chúng ta có cái extremely này và trạng từ nữa là quickly. Vậy thì lúc này hai cái trạng từ đứng liền nhau để bổ sung thêm ý nghĩa cho nhau là vô cùng. Okay. Thứ ba là trạng từ sẽ bổ sung ý nghĩa cho tính từ, nhấn mạnh cho tính từ. Thứ tư là đưa ra thông tin về thời gian và địa điểm. Chúng ta có 4 cái cách sử dụng của trạng từ, lưu ý cho cô.
Okay.
Ok. Vậy thì với các trạng từ này về nhà thì sẽ đặt ví dụ giúp cô nhé. Mỗi cái cách sử dụng của trạng từ sẽ đặt giúp cô một ví dụ nhé, để chúng ta sẽ hiểu về cách sử dụng của nó.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let me see. So now let's continue with next part. Here, let's look at more. I have some adverb you see here. Very worried, quite bored, a little unhappy, and really couldn't. So all of the words add something to the adjective that comes after them. Yeah. So let's see here. Some words make the adjective stronger, meaning more. For example, like really and very. Chúng ta thấy rằng tất cả các từ trên là bổ sung thêm thông tin cho các tính từ. Chúng ta có tính từ gì đây nhỉ? Cái trạng từ phía trước ấy, bổ sung ý nghĩa cho tính từ là gì? Worry, bored, unhappy và cold đều là các tính từ. Đúng không? Chúng ta thêm các trạng từ vào phía trước này. Đó, để thêm thông tin
Rất
cho các tính từ. Rất làm sao đó. Vậy thì một số từ chúng ta sẽ sử dụng để tạo cho cái tính từ đó làm sao mạnh hơn này, nhấn mạnh hơn, ví dụ rất làm sao đó, đúng không? Hoặc là có nghĩa là thêm vào đó gì đấy, more, nhiều hơn nữa. Ví dụ chúng ta có cái really và cái very, rất là lạnh hoặc là rất là lo lắng, để nhấn mạnh thêm cái điều đó. Và một số cái tính từ, một số cái trạng từ khác thì đi theo cái tính từ để làm gì? Để less, weaker, làm giảm đi cái sự yếu hơn, kém hơn. Ví dụ như chúng ta có cái trạng từ quite hoặc là a little, giảm đi cái mức độ, đúng không? Quite bored. Đó, hoặc là a little unhappy, một chút không vui. Quite bored, khá là nhàm chán. Để lưu ý cách sử dụng nó giúp cô. Một số thì để làm nhấn mạnh tăng lên, một số làm giảm đi là như vậy đó. Còn tóm lại là chúng ta sẽ đều là nhấn mạnh cho cái tính từ đó. Okay, so next part, I would like you to listen to the story and then internalize under the difference. So first of all, listen to the story on the audio twice. The first time you underline the difference between the two stories. The second time, you write the different words in your notebook. So you understand the requirement? Trong phần nghe này, chúng ta sẽ không có gợi ý gì cho Ly, hình ảnh gì cho Ly ở đây cả. Nhưng vừa con sẽ nghe lần đầu tiên và xác định giúp cô xem là tìm được cái sự khác biệt giữa hai cái câu chuyện chúng ta nghe đến là gì này. Và lần thứ hai nghe thì sẽ viết lại giúp cô những cái từ khác nhau, đối lập nhau, hoặc là họ nói ở trong hai cái story đó, xong có những cái từ gì, different words, và viết lại giúp cô. Cô sẽ kiểm tra phần này. Phần này sẽ kiểm tra phần check, phần listen của con. Can you understand the requirement? Hello, are you there?
wait a minute.
Okay, so now let's start to listen.
34B. Oliver goes to hospital. Listen to the story. Draw lines under the differences.
Last February, it didn't stop snowing, and Oliver and his group of friends had lots of fun playing with sledges on a high hill near their homes. But one afternoon, when Oliver's sledge hit some rocks, he fell and hurt his right elbow, but also broke his leg in 2 places. His friends were really worried, and one of them quickly rang John's parents. His mother came to help, and an ambulance soon arrived to take Oliver to hospital. Poor Oliver had to stay in hospital for a few days. The doctors were friendly and kind, and the food was great. So, at first, Oliver didn't mind. He didn't have to go to school or spend time doing lots of homework like his friends. He just lay in bed in his pajamas and listened to rock music, played chess and other games on his phone, and watched his favourite football team scoring lots of goals on TV. But after 3 days, Oliver began to feel quite bored and a little unhappy. But then, Peter Windows, one of the players in the football team, came into his hospital room. He was carrying a present, a pair of really cool football shorts to wear during football practice when your leg is better, he said. Peter Windows wasn't alone. Oliver's cousin followed him into the room. "And you can borrow my tablet while you're here," he said. Oliver began to feel much happier and very lucky. Then he had another surprise. One of his teachers appeared at the door. He brought something for Oliver as well, but it was some maths and history homework. "I'm sorry about your poor leg, Oliver," he said, "but make sure you do all this work before coming back to school in March."
Okay, Lee, you want to listen again?
Yes.
Yes, actually, this recording also a little difficult for you, but you can hear clearly. You can hear carefully again.
34b. Oliver goes to hospital. Listen to the story. Draw lines under the differences.
Last February, it didn't stop snowing, and Oliver and his group of friends had lots of fun playing with sledges on a high hill near their homes. But one afternoon, when Oliver's sledge hit some rocks, he fell and hurt his right elbow, but also broke his leg in 2 places. His friends were really worried, and one of them quickly rang John's parents. His mother came to help, and an ambulance soon arrived to take Oliver to hospital. Poor Oliver had to stay in hospital for a few days. The doctors were friendly and kind, and the food was great. So, at first, Oliver didn't mind. He didn't have to go to school or spend time doing lots of homework like his friends. He just lay in bed in his pajamas and listened to rock music, played chess and other games on his phone, and watched his favourite football team scoring lots of goals on TV. But after 3 days, Oliver began to feel quite bored and a little unhappy. But then, Peter Windows, one of the players in the football team, came into his hospital room. He was carrying a present, a pair of really cool football shorts to wear during football practice when your leg is better, he said. Peter Windows wasn't alone. Oliver's cousin followed him into the room. "And you can borrow my tablet while you're here," he said. Oliver began to feel much happier and very lucky. Then he had another surprise. One of his teachers appeared at the door. He brought something for Oliver as well, but it was some maths and history homework. "I'm sorry about your poor leg, Oliver," he said, "but make sure you do all this work before coming back to school in March."
Okay, so can you hear something about the recording here?
Yes.
So, what are the difference between the two stories you hear? You know?
This is the last
Mm.
February, and the high hill is near their home.
Mm.
Oliver sledge hit some rock, and he fell and hurt his elbow and broke his leg in 2 places. John is calling. John is called his parents. Next is the doctor is friendly and kind. The food is great.
Yeah.
The next thing is he didn't have to go to school or do any homework like his friends. And Oliver is listening to rock music and play chess and more games in his phone.
Okay, good. So, can you tell me some different word you hear in the recording?
The different word is February, near their home, rock, 2 place, John, doctor, the food is great, friends, rock, games, 3 days.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. One more.
Yes, it's so much.
So much.
The Oliver cousin, the tablet, very happy, and March history homework in March.
Okay, so let's see here. There are some different words you can check here. The first one, this one about the December in the first story, and the second story is about the February. 2. In the first story, they talk about the stone, and the second is talk about the rock. But you know the stone and the rock also the same, right? 3 in the father and mother. 4 the nurses and the daughters in 1 and in 2. 5 classmate and friends. 6 pop music and rock music. 7 2 days and 3 days. 8 is about birds and shots. 9 about the best friend and cousin. 10 about the laptop and tablet. Yeah. And 11 about math and history. The last one, January and March. That's some different word in the first story, and in the second story the recorder talk about, the speaker talk about. So are you clear with that? That's the same as what you hear, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So let's look at this picture here. This is Oliver's new game. What he's playing each time. Tell me a phone or a computer or other one.
Olivia plays new game in the phone.
In the phone, it does phone, sure.
Yes.
But I think it is a tablet. It's a not phone. You can see again here. You know tablets?
Có không biết.
Chúng ta có gì nhỉ? Máy tính bảng. You know, right? Tablet. A small flat computers that is controlled by touching the screen or by using the special pen. Chúng ta có thể sử dụng tay giống như cái điện thoại của chúng ta này. Đó. Rồi là có thể sử dụng cái bút. Chúng ta có máy tính bảng. Chúng ta cũng có thể lắp sim để gọi được giống như một cái điện thoại, nhưng chúng ta gọi cái này là đó là tablet, máy tính bảng. Have you ever seen the real tablet? Or you have a tablet?
I just seen it because I used to told me that.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. So that's some exercise I would like you to practice in the lesson today and pay attention. Your homework at home, I would like you to remember how to use the adverb in English. So we have four ways you have to pay attention with the adverb for the verbs, adverb for the adverbs, adverbs for the adjectives, and the last adverb for the time or plate. You have to remember that and give me this example for it. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. So the lesson today will start here. You have any questions for me in the lesson today?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, thank you. So this time we say goodbye and see you next time and good night.
Goodbye and good night. See you the next lesson.
Yes, bye.